Hey guys, welcome back to Love All. We're here with a brand new episode. Special guest co-host, my roommate Corinne. Corinne, you grew up with tennis and like you play, like your family plays, but her sport of choice is golf.
Yeah.
She is the golf queen, but she still knows like everything about tennis and like basically.
I still watch and everything, but I don't like play like, that much anymore. But
and she like gets all her news from Love All.
Yeah, of course.
The 5 episodes. So for the 5 people that care, we're back. Since it's been a few weeks/months since I put out an episode, I thought our first story would just be like a recap. Since then, Dominic Thiem won the US Open, which like if it was anyone other than Djokovic, well, you like Nadal, but he wasn't playing in it, I would have wanted it to be Thiem. Then Rafa, your mans, won Roland Garros. Wait, also I was thinking, you know how it's like Roland Garros and French Open?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend that I know why it's 2 things. Like, why is it called both? Do you know?
No.
Okay, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter at all. And then Medvedev won the ATP finals. Do you know Medvedev?
No.
He's Russian, he's like really tall. And I have not decided if I love him or if I like really like him or not, because he's in a feud with the Greek player Stefanos Tsitsipas, remember?
Yeah.
So I did a rundown of that feud a few episodes ago. And like, since I'm half Greek, like my loyalty is to. But I haven't heard like bad things about him other than that whole thing. He's also our age and married.
Which one?
Medvedev.
Oh, okay. No.
So it's just like.
Yeah. Okay.
Good for him. Yeah. Like, so is literally everyone. Do you know Taylor Fritz, the US player?
No.
He's like a year or 2 younger than us, or maybe he's a year younger than us. He was married, had a kid, got divorced, and now has a new girlfriend. Like, all being like 2 years younger than us.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that like crazy?
My gosh.
And then also Karen Khachanov, he's another Russian player, is married with a kid, our age. It's like everyone our age. Like, the older 27-year-old players, like, they're single. But, like, everyone that's our age is, like, married. It's like, what's the rush? And then on the women's side, Naomi Osaka won the US Open, which, honestly, I was, like, so disappointed because I love Victoria Azarenka.
Me too.
And, yes, like,
I was
she
so excited
is...
to watch her.
I know. Like, she was so close.
Had she been out of the game for, like, a while? Or did I just out? Okay.
No, she did. She had this, like, custody battle. She had a child. Remember she was dating Red Foo? From
oh yes, the singer.
What's it yes, what's it called?
LMFAO.
Yes. LMFAO. I was like, I literally was thinking ASAP Rocky was on the. I don't know why that was like on the tip of my tongue, but I was like ASAP.
Yeah.
Yes, and Party Rockin' or like Let's Party Rock. Yeah. And I remember when that like came out, that like relationship, and I was like literally shook. It's not that he's like ugly, but like. He's very eccentric looking, and she's tall, blonde, beautiful,
gorgeous.
Like yes. Yeah. Then like they broke up, and then she started dating this. Actually, was he a golfer? I think he might have been a golf pro. Actually, she like met him in Hawaii. This guy, this random like guy from St. Louis, Missouri. My cousins who live in St. Louis like knew their family. Actually, yeah. And I remember one of my cousins was like, "Do you know this like tennis player? Like someone from our area." Had a kid with her and like is in this like custody battle. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So then that next US Open for the custody battle, like she couldn't take her son out of California. She couldn't leave California. Like something, I guess, like if you left your child and she couldn't bring him like across state lines or something. So she literally had to stop playing. It would have been interesting because she would have been the first mom to win. And everyone was expecting Serena to be that. And Serena's been in like so many finals, but has not won a Grand Slam since then, so that actually would have been very interesting.
Yeah, that was a bummer that she lost.
Yes, and then oh my god, I do not know how to say this name. Iga Swiatek won the French Open. She was playing against Sophia Kenin. You know her. She won
Sophia Kenin?
Yeah, she won the Australian Open.
Yeah.
So basically, that's like our recap, and then our second story. For those of you who know me and know the tennis me, especially, you know that when this news broke, it, to me, was catastrophic. Vasek Pospisil has a new girlfriend. Revealed on Instagram. I like thought that it was kind of shady. When he was playing in the US Open, this is how I like kind of knew. He reposted a story of someone who tagged him like in a story on Insta with the heart eyes emoji. It just came so suddenly, and you know that he is like #1 bae. So here's what we know about her. Did I show you her? I think I probably showed you like a few pictures.
Yeah.
And yes, I did follow her from my personal account. And no, her Instagram's not public, so yeah. Her name is Lauren. She's from Canada, which he's from Canada. And she is not a model. And I'm saying she's not a model because when they went to Paris, like of course it had to be the city of love. And he was like a date night with like emoji of red wine glasses and then the Eiffel Tower, and like he tagged her with like a heart, so it was like it was over for me.
You knew.
Yeah. So I obviously like broke the news to Love All, and I was like, listen you guys, and I did like hashtag she's a model, of course, because most pro tennis players or pro athletes like
love the models.
You know, when I followed her on Insta secretly, I really should unfollow her. That's kind of weird. TBH.
But she accepted it?
Yeah, she accepted it. Yeah. She's private, or I think she's still private. I mean, my personal Instagram has nothing to do with tennis, so she probably didn't know who's like a crazy fan. No. Okay, Miss Celebrity, I'm about to unfollow you.
Yeah, not worth it.
Exactly. So when I saw that, it was like pictures of her in all these exotic locations, like Bahamas and like, or like, you know, where normal models like go all the time. Obviously model. But then someone DM'd me and she was like, actually, like I saw your Instagram and I have to let you know, like she is not a model. And then she came with receipts and was like, look, and it was pictures of, I guess, Lauren is like, what she does is like one of those like people that works at like a nightclub or like a bottle service, like girls at a Vancouver nightclub. And I was like, this makes, or Toronto, I think Vancouver. In this nightclub's Instagram is like, she's all over it in all these pictures. Like, I guess it's one of those things, like, you know, when you're at a club, like, don't think this ever happened to me, but like, you know, when someone gets bottle service and they come with like this sign and like the bottle. So
this girl like found her pictures on the nightclub's Instagram. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she sent me those receipts because like I would have been like, oh, okay, but she had the pictures and I was like, very interesting.
Yes.
So, not that that's bad or anything, but it's just like how did they meet?
How did they meet?
He didn't go to the nightclub, it's Corona. She was. Yeah. So I know that's just like just a little to unpack there. Yes. And since following her and following him, if you follow him right now, like you know that they have been together for since September. This girl has been around the world in 80 days. She has been with him like since September. They went to Paris, French Open. They went to Russia, St. Petersburg. They went back to Austria, back to Paris. She's been in Florida with him. And now, so it's like Miami. And it's like, no offense, but like, what are you doing together the entire time? Like, all you're doing is watching him practice. Like, right? Like, I guess like you're shopping. I mean, that would be nice as like a little vacation to be like, oh, I'm gonna go for like 2 weeks or like a week to visit like my boyfriend. Yeah. But all he's doing is playing tennis and like going to the tournaments. Maybe he just likes having someone with him and paying for her life. And if I sound jealous and bitter, it's because I am.
Yeah. I love that a lot.
So yeah, but also like this brings me to, it's just so painful to follow couples on Instagram, like especially them right now. It's so cringe.
Oh,
like,
I know.
When they were like first dating, I guess like in September, they were in Paris and they were at Versailles together. I definitely showed you this. And it was like he's in like a black t-shirt and black jeans and she's in like shorts and like maybe a shirt. And she was like, Versailles or whatever the caption was. And he commented,
oh no.
I literally remember this. Sweaty and sweetie.
No. Oh my God.
Like, I guess he was sweating because it was like a really sunny day and it looked like really sunny and he was like in pants. Like, I'm assuming that's what he meant. She's the sweetie and he was like sweaty. And I was just like, with like heart eyes emoji. And I'm like, this is so painful. Like
there's Beauty and the Beast, so you think.
Exactly. Beauty and the Beast, like Versailles style. Like, it just makes it so cringe.
No, I know. It is so cringe. I agree.
Text it.
Yeah.
Text it.
Oh my God.
Anyway, sorry I got that off my chest. It's probably like, okay, this psycho. If you know Vasco Hospital, tell him not to watch this. There's probably 1 in a billion chance that he would watch this. So I'm just hoping that stays like that.
Didn't he like repost one of your things once?
Yes, he did. But I tagged him on Instagram.
There's a chance he could watch it.
There is. They're going to be like, who's this loser talking about us? Anyway, third story is what I posted on my Instagram a few days ago. And it's that time of year. Everyone is taking a screenshot of their Spotify top 5 artists and sharing it to Instagram. As you saw, and as I showed you, Dominic Thiem posted his. And I was like a little shook. So his top 5 artists, number 1, One Direction. Number 2, oh god, it's something German, I think. Ich kann fliegen. Big Time Rush, Chainsmokers. Number 5, Westlife. I have never heard of Westlife or the German one.
Me either.
But the One Direction
as his number 1.
As his, like, it wasn't even just on it.
You have to respect a guy that listens and appreciates.
And but like also is willing to admit it.
Yeah.
Like people who do the Spotify things are like, they post it and then they're like, the accuracy. And it's like, yeah, it's like literally what you listen to. Not only that it was on there, but that it was his number 1. Crazy. It wasn't like he's in an interview and they're like, what are some of the artists that you like? And he's like, One Direction. That is his number 1 on Spotify of the year 2020.
No denying that one.
You're right. There's so much respect. And they have amazing songs.
They really do.
Me and you know every lyric to every song on every album. Yeah. That used to be my alarm in high school.
Yeah. It was probably mine too.
Yes, high school.
Oh my god.
We went to a concert.
That was my first concert ever.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did not know that. They put on a show.
It was so fun.
I wonder if he's been to one. Well, he can't now because they're broken up. But as a sophomore in high school, there was no doubt in my mind. Like, I was sure that I was going to marry Niall Horan. And you, Harry Styles. Was that good?
The delusion. I know.
So he really, he loves. And then the Big Time Rush, like, not even gonna lie, I only know one of their songs, like their theme song.
I can't even think of a single one. What is he listening to?
I know that was like,
frequently. I don't even know that one.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
I don't even remember. Like, I can't even think of who Big Time Rush is. Like, I remember the name, but
it's those 4 guys on Nickelodeon.
Do they have a TV show? Like,
yes. Let me show you. Big Time Rush. They honestly were like a little bit like later.
I'm thinking of Jonas.
Oh, or the Naked Brothers Band or something. Yes, they did.
Maybe. Yes. That's exactly who I'm thinking of. Oh my
this God. Is Big Time Rush. You know them.
Oh, I remember that guy. Yeah. And the third one from the left.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely the cutest. Yeah. But, yes, they were, like, we were a little old for them. Like, they definitely were still on, but it was like my little sisters watching it.
Yeah.
Rather than...
Wait, I think One Direction opened for Big Time Rush.
Really?
Was like their first tour in America.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
I'm pretty sure. That
makes sense, because like boy band.
Yeah, and I think this was before they went like big.
Ugh.
And they were like opening.
But yes, the fact that a 27-year-old man is willing to put it out there to the world and stand up for One Direction, just... That's why I love Thiem. He like does not give a bleep. He just says what he thinks, and that's that. Okay. Anyway, love you Thiem, love you One Direction. I wonder if he's like, you know, tennis players are famous, right? Like they have like millions of followers on Instagram. Like I wonder if they have the power to just be like, I want to meet One Direction. You know? Can his manager just be like, can you give me like a Niall Horan's number? Or something like that. Like they're like tennis players are celebrities. Yeah. Like kind of.
I bet if like, I don't know if like anyone from One Direction plays tennis.
Yes.
Like I know Niall is really into golf and he's met a lot of golfers, like professional golfers.
Yes.
Like just cause like he'll play in like a pro-am or something. Like
oh really? He like competes?
No. It's like before the tournament starts and they'll like raise money or something. So it's like in like a professional is grouped with like regular people.
And like celebrity, or he just like joins?
Yeah, like I don't know. He's played with like Rory McIlroy, who's like an Irish guy. He was engaged to A tennis player.
Was it Caroline Wozniacki?
Yes.
Oh my God, I did remember that.
But he's since remarried. But,
So is
he
she.
wasn't married, but
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yes.
But, yeah,
that's
so
definitely him like reaching out to like golf people and being like,
Yeah.
But I wonder, like, I guess you just ask your manager or publicist.
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Who knows?
But anyway, that is really interesting. Okay, the next story is, I feel like we're not even talking about tennis at all during this episode.
Mostly just One Direction.
Yeah. You're gonna die at this because it's your boy Rafa. The next story, Rafael Nadal. After brushing my teeth, I was back at the fridge. That is the headline. That is the title. World number 2 Rafael Nadal is known for his tremendous self-control on the tennis court, where he rarely expresses his anger and frustration even in moments of greatest tension. This year, the Spanish phenomenon won Roland Garros for the 13th time. He was recently a guest on a Spanish program where he talked about a wide range of topics. During the conversation, the Majorcan confessed that he is madly in love with chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
You are too! I am dead. Not to call you out, but you're obsessed with chocolate. He literally goes,
Yeah.
Nadal on his passion for chocolate. Chocolate. Rafael Nadal responded when asked about his biggest weakness. He goes, the issue is I have great self-control inside the court. I don't get mad. I don't throw my racket. But when it comes to chocolate, it's harder. The level of self-control is different. Rafael Nadal went on to say that he's trying to change his habit of eating chocolate at night.
Oh God.
He goes, wait, I don't get this next part or how it goes, but this is what it says. My wife hides it too. Sometimes I find the Nutella behind the cupboard. This next part, I literally do not understand how it correlates. During Titanic, I cried like a baby in the movies, and with The Lion King, there was a lot of drama when Mufasa died.
What?
When Mufasa died, I can cry easily, the Spaniard said.
What does that say?
Was it just chocolate?
Is he crying over the chocolate too?
I don't know. Is he saying that like he needs chocolate when he's upset? I mean,
I don't know.
When Mufasa dies in Lion King,
That is sad.
that like as a kid, that was like probably the first time a movie like shook me
Yeah.
and like really made me sad.
I still cry.
So basically he says he used to eat at night after brushing my teeth. I was back at the fridge. I'm trying to change that. So he loves chocolate. And he cries. He's a sensitive man. Love that for him.
So relatable.
Exactly. But I thought that was so interesting and cute. And I'm so glad that he just got married last year.
Yeah, they're cute.
Because he like was able to have the big wedding. They've been together for so long. That it's like he was able to have the nice big wedding with like all his guests and not have to like deal with COVID, like having that. Like it's really sad when people have to do like small immediate family weddings.
Yeah.
Like I mean some people do like that, but for me like I just feel like you want like everyone there, like extended family, grandparents, aunts, uncles. So I feel like that'd be really really sad. Okay, now for the next story is just the 2020 ATP Awards. The nominees have been revealed. Does golf have something like awards?
I don't think they have awards though. To
Or something?
answer your question. No, I don't know.
I don't know if they have an awards ceremony for this. I probably should know that. So the nominees are for Comeback Player of the Year, the player who has overcome serious injury and reestablishing himself as one of the top players on the ATP Tour. So Vasily Pospisil, he had his back issue. He was playing in pain for years. He was like out of the tour, and he recently got surgery last year and said that it is the first time he's played like pain-free in years. So obviously I hope he wins though, because like, I still do love him. Kevin Anderson, I think he might have had an elbow or knee issue. I don't know. Andrei Kuznetsov and Milos Raonic. I like Milos Raonic. I've said this story before. Have you heard? Did you listen to that episode? I think I said it. It's where his like ex-girlfriend, I think it was a Canadian model of course. And so a few years ago, Justin Bieber Instagrammed just a picture of her because she's just a model being like, who is this? Or like,
what?
Wow. You know how he does that, like Justin Bieber?
No.
Remember he did that with Matt? I think that's how he discovered Madison Beer. He like did a picture of he like found her YouTube and reposted it and was just like, oh my god, like who is this? Wow, stunning or something. He definitely has done that multiple times in the past, like, and he has such like a big Instagram that people like actually are like, who actually is this?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, no, I'm good. Literally, she like laughed it off and was like, seriously?
Wait, like he was trying to like date her? Or
I think so. I mean, let me like look it up.
Oh my god.
And the story got picked up because like Milos Raonic is obviously like kind of famous. Please hold. Danielle Knudsen, Canadian model who caught Justin Bieber's attention.
Wait, let me see a picture. I feel like this sounds familiar.
Okay, yes. What happened with Justin Bieber? Justin Bieber posted a photo of the model on his Instagram in a bid to find out who she was, but his attempts at seduction were unsuccessful. Aside from boosting her online profiles, Danielle paid no interest in the pop star efforts. She spoke out that she prefers tall, dark, and handsome, which is hilarious. But she's no longer with Milos. I think that there was a story that I did about his current girlfriend. I think on the last episode that I did mention that because it's just like a really funny story. Don't you think?
That's crazy.
Right? And Justin Bieber being like,
how did he find that picture?
Right, he was just like scouring social media. Like, guys just look at models or something.
Yes.
Classic. Anyway, so, oh my god, back to the nominees. Most Improved Player of the Year. Yannick Sinner, he's really young. Diego Schwartzman, Andrei Rublev, Ugo Humbert, I guess I want.
I don't know.
Yeah. Diego Schwartzman, he was always like really good. I can't believe he's most improved. I guess he just got a lot of ranking points. Oh, okay. Newcomer of the Year. The next gen ATP player who broke into the top 100 or top 150 for the first time in 2020, Sebastian Corda.
Yeah.
Tell them how you know Sebastian. He comes from a family of athletes, apparently.
Literally all of them. His parents, too, were both professional athletes. I think they were both tennis players.
Really?
I know the dad was. And then
the dad, yes.
Yeah, he won, like, I think the Australian Open or something, like, back in, I don't know. And then I think the mom, I think she was a tennis player, or maybe she was something else. Not golf, but he has two older sisters that are professional golfers.
And they're like really good, right?
Yeah, like one of them is like number 2 in the world.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How old are they? Like our age probably? Because he's a little younger, right?
He's like 20, I think.
Okay.
He has one sister, I think she's like 27, and the other's 22. And she's the one that's number 2 in the world. It's crazy. But they're all like so like adorable.
They're so like they're all good looking. Like they're so pretty.
Yeah.
So I hope that he gets that for you, the newcomer of the year.
They actually were on the cover of Golf Digest like for this month.
Oh, the family or just them too?
The sisters. And they did like so they had like a interview, whatever.
Yes.
And it was like they talked about their brother in like the French, or was it the French Open?
He like really did well.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
I forget, whichever it was, they like were talking about that, and like because they were so nervous for him, and like I guess because of the time difference, like they were playing at the same time, so like they were golfing in a tournament while he was playing, so they like didn't know.
That is so cute.
Oh well, I hope he wins.
Tour. And then the Sportsmanship Award, the player who throughout the year conducted himself at the highest level of professionalism and integrity, Rafael Nadal, John Millman, which oh my god, I love him. He's an Australian. Diego Schwartzman and Dominic Thiem. There's so many good ones. I feel like I want Thiem or Millman to win that one.
Wait, this is the sportsmanship? Okay.
And then the coaches, nominated and voted by fellow ATP coach members. And this award goes to the coach who helped guide his players to a higher level of performance during the year. Daniil Medvedev, the one who won the ATP finals, his coach, Diego Schwartzman's coach, Dominic Thiem's, Yannick Sinner, and Andrei Rublev. I feel like Dominic Thiem's. Well, maybe Rublev, because he won a bunch of tournaments. Well, who knows? If I am not lazy and do another episode, I will reveal who the winners are. So then next story is, this is just the headline. Hated it. Husband's stunning confession about Serena Williams.
Uh-oh.
Like, these headlines need to take a seat. He literally, it's just Alexis Ohanian Serena Williams' husband is literally saying he didn't like tennis before he met Serena Williams.
Really?
Isn't that stunning? Like, well, it's weird because he said he revealed how you would never have seen him at a tennis match before he met his 23-time Grand Slam champion wife. I hated tennis for a long time until I met my wife and tried to learn it. He co-founded Reddit.
Oh, really?
I don't really go on Reddit, or do you? We know what it is, though.
I mean, yeah.
Why would you hate it so much? Like, I hated it for a long time until I met my wife. It's like, maybe you didn't play it or like didn't understand it, but I thought it was weird to say you hated it, right?
Yeah.
I don't pay any attention to like baseball or basketball, but I'm not like, it's like I don't even think of it. So I just thought that was interesting. Right? These are stories, people. Sorry. It's a little dry.
Well, he better learn to love it. I mean,
yeah, exactly. He said he appreciates it now. He's always there. He's actually always supporting her, which is really nice. And their little daughter is playing it now, and she is so cute.
She's so cute.
So, okay, last story, people. I'm sorry if you've made it if you've made it thus far. Thank you. The Australian Open, which is the next Grand Slam to take place, is starting 3 weeks late, February 8th. It includes strict coronavirus measures, but fans. And as we saw, Wimbledon was canceled for the first time since World War II. And the US Open had no fans. So the fact that and the French Open was delayed for 5 months. So the fact that they're going to try to do it, I think, is really, really good. It seems like once they go there, they're allowed to just do whatever they want after they're tested, which is so different from like US Open when they were like they were literally like in a bubble. But it worked. I just hope that it can go on like relatively smoothly and that Djokovic wins. If you do not like Djokovic, like I just don't understand. I like all three of them. I like the big three. I like all of them. The only person I don't like here is Sebastian Pascal's new girlfriend. No, I'm kidding. She's fine. I am kidding. But like, seriously, people are so like passionately against Djokovic, and it's just so frustrating.
Yeah, why? Like why is he so like not
literally
likable?
hated? I don't know. Like, I think that he's not, like, I guess, like, everyone has a temper. People are like, he has such a temper. He's so badly behaved. Like, literally not really. Okay, yes, he threw the ball into the woman's throat, but it was an accident. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he's just, I don't know. I think he deserves so much more respect than, like, fans give him because he's, like, one of the best in the world. Anyway, thank you for sticking through that one. That concludes our episode for today, and hopefully there'll be another one out soon. Thank you, Corinne.
Of course, anytime.
Guest co-hosting, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.